Hey kids, it's JJ again. Got a semi-quick tip for you today. Yesterday I did an overview of the Cobra CPL 2205 2700 motors, and I had said that they had come with reasonably short wires, but they also came with wire extensions and some heat shrink. Since I'm going to be putting them on this D2 whatever frame, I do need the longer wires. One of the things I wanted to show you, I'm going to just solder these on there and heat shrink them, which obviously is not rocket science and anybody can do that. But I'm going to show you a quick way of putting this stuff on in case you ever want to do it. This is, I call it motor wire dressing, and it's basically just a nylon sheathing. Sounds easy to put on. Trust me, it's a pain in the ass, but I have a really good way of doing it. So check this out. We're going to solder these up real fast. Bam. Try to get this out of the way. And I'm not really going to spend much time on this. We all know how to solder, I think. I'm just going to put these in here. See if I can get this in shot a little bit better for you. One of the things you always want to do whenever you get stuff from China or anywhere is make sure you re-tin. The reason you re-tin is because a lot of times they use lead-free solder. Lead-free solder sucks ass. You do not want to use lead-free solder. So we're going to tin these up real quick too, the wire bits. Okay, and then we're simply going to do this. Ooh, too hot. My other bit go. There it is. That sucks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Little trick. If I can find my good cutters, where the hell did they go? There they are. Bam. Sometimes you'll get a little wide ass like that one there. I just trim it. Oh, haha, that didn't work, did it? Love it when you fuck up on camera, that way it's forever. That's alright. Need it resoldered anyway. Okay, then we're going to, this is obviously not the bit of the video I really care about. Covering shit in heat shrink. If you can't figure out how to cover shit in heat shrink tubing, you probably don't want to be in this hobby. It's not freaking hard to do. It is hard, however, if you do not have a lighter available. There it is. Okay. So we're just going to make sure they're all even. As usual, trying to get the flame in it. Just the heat. There. Bam. Okay. Now, this is the trick. Getting this sheathing over these wires, believe it or not, is a complete pain in the ass. See the width? And this stuff frays really easy. It's very painful to do. Here's a really, really good way to do it. Trim it so you've got some decent exposure. Get rid of all these little strands. Bam, like that. Now, take some Scotch tape. I know it sounds hokey, getting back to the craft store stuff, and tape your wires. Try and make them somewhat even, and squish them. Give yourself a tail, like this. Now, take your rope, that's what we're going to call it, bring it down to, I'll bring it down, it's really hard to see, but just a little bit below where your solder is, and to about there. That's not rocket science, you can figure out how to measure that. This is very, very simple to do this way. Then open it up, stick this in. Now sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll push all the way through. If it doesn't, just do this. Hold it at this end, motor end, and do this number. Bam, look at that. Poof! Okay, now, here's another trick. Keep that tape on there. Take another piece of tape, preferably small, because you don't want the ends of this thing getting frayed because it really looks like crap when you do it. That tape wasn't long enough. That's the whole point, is to make this look nice and neat. So we're going to tape that now too. That tapes the frayed ends. Take yourself some heat shrink tubing, a little bit larger this time. Make some collars. Cut a collar there, cut a collar there, as long as you want. Slide the collar onto the rope. And it's going to be a little bit stiff at places. There we go. Bam. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. Now here's what you do. You bring this one down a little bit farther than it needs to be. Then you pull off the tape. Bring the tape back up, or I'm sorry, the heat shrink to there. Take your lighter. I got a little bit of a breeze in here, so that shit burns, by the way. And these make little collars that keeps your rope tight. Bam! Look at that shit. That's a beautiful thing, kids. And you can still, this is just basically the heat shrink, and you can put, another little trick you can do is before you slide the heat shrink on, you can put a little bit of conformal coating around the ends of the rope, and that gives a little bit more stickiness, but I don't usually do that. But you can still slide this back a little bit. I didn't get this very hot. It didn't shrink up very well. I probably should have used a little bit smaller heat shrink. That's all right. You get the gist. It really doesn't move on you. You can heat it up, squish it down. It actually helps. Give it a twist. But anyhow, you get the idea. And you can still do that number. And then, look at that. That's beautiful. If you have a better way of doing this with this shit, let me know. But that's about the fastest, easiest way I have found to do it. And I've done a lot of them like this. And you can see I've done that with, these aren't as good, honestly. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with the Cobras when I go to put these on. So hopefully that was a good tip for you. And it just makes everything look a little bit neater and nicer, and doesn't really add any weight. A little protection too. So keep shiny side up, subscribe, boom. Let me know if you got a better way of doing this. Take care, kids. Bye.